imagine in the morning you're making breakfast and you get to see this. I mean, that's just amazing, I think.
Oh, wow. Look at this. That is beautiful. Imagine having this as your backyard. That's crazy. Whew.
Wow.
This is a good every day of your life home. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Brittany and I are here today with a fantastic human being. I wish you guys had more time to get to know him. This is Ron.
Good morning, everybody.
So you may recognize Ron's charming face from House Hunters International. This guy not only is a beautiful human being, I had such a privilege getting to know him today, but he's also someone who sells approximately 52 houses a year. We're currently in Rosarito, the beautiful Rosarito. If you guys are interested in any homes in this area, you can feel free to check out the description. We have Ron's information. Today, Ron's going to be telling us a little bit about himself, about his journey in Mexico, because he's not currently from, he wasn't always from Mexico. And he's also going to be sharing a gorgeous house with us. So wait till you, make sure you stay tuned till the end to see what that price point is and all the features of this gorgeous house, which is up for sale. Ron, thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, first of all, thank you so much for the introduction. That's very kind of you. I appreciate that.
Mean every word, man.
Thank you very much. And thank you for coming down to visit. We love sharing Rosarito. We love sharing the life with people, with great people like yourself. So the more people we can get down here, I think the better. Because this stuff isn't really what we call sales. This stuff sells itself. But it's not just the home, it's the lifestyle that goes along with it, what you're able to afford, what you're able to do, and just the proximity of everything. It really just makes everything such ease.
Right. Absolutely. The last few days that we've spent here have been some of the best days anywhere in Mexico that I've spent, personally.
I'm so glad to hear that.
It's
that's
the truth.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You're going to fall in love with this place. So, Ron, tell us a little bit about your story. What brought you here to Mexico in general?
So, long story short, I've lived abroad for a major part of my life. Before we were heading back stateside with my family, we looked at different places where we wanted to kind of settle down and start setting up shop for the next few years. Well, long story short, everything in the U.S. has been overpriced. It's very expensive. And when you live abroad, like we have with our family for a major part of our life, you get used to certain commodities. People coming to cook for you, clean for you, that kind of a thing. And those are things that we just could not afford. I think you agree, maybe 80% of people can't afford that in the States. So with that being said, we saw the proximity, the value of being close to the States, not necessarily in the States, but living in a beautiful climate, which is Rosarito. This is pretty much like living in San Diego at Mexican prices, minus all the traffic.
Wow. That's a great way to put it. That's what we've seen too.
Yeah. So for us, it was just a no-brainer. That was roughly about 11 years ago now, since we've been down here. My wife and I, Aury, Ron and Aury, we've been doing real estate now for 10 years. We've been very fortunate, very blessed. Had the great fortune of helping hundreds of clients relocate, find, sell, whatever your business needs are. We find the solution for it, but we just want to don't want to just make it a transaction. We look to be your lifelong real estate provider.
That's a beautiful thing. You mentioned something earlier about how when you were looking for a house, when you first came to the area, the struggles that you had, and I'm sure a lot of those struggles haven't really changed. So if you could tell us some of those struggles and how do those struggles impact the way you do business today?
Unfortunately, I wish things worked like clockwork like they did in the US and Mexico. Oftentimes they don't. Real estate was no exception. So when we tried to contact real estate agencies, they wouldn't pick up the phone. They would not get back to us. If they set up appointments, maybe they'd show up or they'd show up late. And when we contacted them about certain properties, well, they wanted to show us tons of other things that weren't what we were looking for. So it was just it was a very tedious, time-consuming, and not a pleasant experience. We saw the value in really helping people, following up with saying and doing what it is that we're going to do. Right. Doing what we say we're going to do is so important. And I think that's the best way to do business. You pair that along with knowledge and just make sure that you understand the whole process in itself, because the number one rule when you do business is you don't want there to be any surprises. So we look out for what could happen in the future, so that we prepare now and have all of our ducks in a row, and just make sure we have a seamless transaction. I think that's first and foremost.
That's beautiful. And Brittany and I, as you guys know, we own real estate in Mexico, and something that we can tell you is you don't want to just have someone who's helping you facilitate a transaction. You want to have a friend by your side who's going to look out for you. And I feel very confident that Ron is one of those people. Make sure that if you're working in a foreign country, especially if you don't speak the language, you don't know the laws, you find a knowledgeable person to work with.
I think you hit the nail on the head. It's scary enough purchasing property in your own country. Imagine what it's like in a foreign country. So I absolutely understand the whole process.
So Ron, can you tell us a couple of things that a foreigner might want to watch out for if they're coming to the area looking to buy property? Besides the breeze?
Yeah. So I think, to put it in a nutshell, you get what you pay for. When you buy cheap, you're looking for things that are cheap. That's what you're going to get. And oftentimes that's where people find the misconceptions of what they name lease land or ejido land. It's very different from what we work with. I can't look you in the eye and ask you to invest into something if I wouldn't do it myself, because it's a risky transaction. A lot of people are familiar with lease land. There's lease land in the States. And to put it in layman terms, basically you own the home that sits on top. You don't own any of the land that sits underneath. So if the terms of the lease were to change, well, it's very difficult to pick up and move your home. That's why we focus on anything that's privatized land. It either has an escritura, which is the equivalent of a fee simple title for a Mexican national, or a fideicomiso, which is an equivalent of a bank trust. Bank trusts are mainly for foreigners. However, there are Mexican nationals that also use bank trust, because it protects your patrimony. It protects your home, it protects your investment. So the difference is you have the same rights of ownership with a fee simple title and the bank trust. The only difference is, as a foreigner, you're mandated to have that. Why? Well, in the past, when Mexico first started to open up, the country for foreigners to invest into it, well, there was a lot of slick Mexicans that were selling the same property 4 or 5 different times to different people. So there was a lot of people losing their shirts. Mm-hmm. What the government did is they asked the banks to come in and police the situation. So you've got worldwide conglomerate banks, such as like Scotiabank, BBVA, that their judicial department will go in and make sure that all the transactions in the public registry have been closed out prior to you signing off on the deed. If not, it doesn't pass the smell test for them. They won't sign off. That's another layer of protection for you and for your investment.
So these types of things are for the consumer. They're to protect the consumer.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And there really is no difference in the process. It'll take a little bit longer to open up a bank trust. It'll cost you 0.5 point more on your closing costs, and there's a yearly fee to maintain it. But they also help you not just now as a consumer, but in the long run. As a matter of fact, when you are asked to sign a bank trust, you're asked to name beneficiaries. So God forbid something were to happen to you, this is a good way for you to avoid probate. And we all know that word probate. Dealing with probate in the U.S. can be cumbersome, and now imagine dealing with probate in a foreign country. That's just a nightmare waiting to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, great information. Thanks for sharing with us. How about you show this gorgeous home?
Absolutely.
So today we're going to be showing you guys a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in this beautiful gated community called Marina Cove. Let's take a look.
Awesome.
Something that's really nice about this home and this community in general is that there's a beautiful ocean front right here. Beautiful view, beautiful cactus too, I think. And one of the first things that I noticed when we got into this community was the beautiful flowers that they have here, like so nice.
So the landscaping is all done. You've got landscapers. That's part of what's included in your HOA.
Okay.
There's a low monthly HOA because you don't have a whole lot of amenities. You've got a pool, you've got tennis courts, and you've got this beautiful walkway. but you've also got round-the-clock security. I think that's another important factor is you can never have enough security.
Okay.
But here, for the most part, all this lushness is included with one monthly payment.
Nice. And can I ask, how much is the HOA roughly?
It's $195
A month.
$200.
Okay.
$200, yeah.
$200. Woo! All right. Let's take a look.
Come on in.
Beautiful door right here, like this. So nice. You got a parrot here. You got the sun. You got the, wow, it's everything. So nice, open concept right here, like in this living room.
Yeah, you've got the, if you notice very quickly, you've got the vaulted ceilings. It's 2,500 square feet of single story, with a few exceptions of a couple of stairs here and there. But for the most part, everything just transitioned off forward facing right into this intriguing oceanfront breeze, the roar of the ocean, and this nice walkway.
Very relaxing. And Ron, you said this place was recently remodeled?
Yeah, so not recently, but it was remodeled.
Okay.
You could tell all the subway tile that's in the back. This is the beautiful chef's kitchen. You've got cabinetry galore. It all lights up. Plus, you've got other nice little features, like these amazing Milgard windows that have a lifetime warranty. You can't find these just anywhere. They're brought from the US. To add more view and appeal, you'll notice that they put in this swing arm with the TV that comes down from the ceiling.
Ooh, nice. Wow.
So when you do want to have people over and entertain, you want to bring that down, that's a nice feature to have. And then when you want to tuck it back up, it just goes right up. I haven't met a homeowner who has gone above and beyond as much as these guys. And that's the thing I will congratulate them on. So in addition to the uniqueness and the features that you see, there's also a lot of things that are very necessary. For example, you've got dual inverters, mini splits. You've got a 2-ton, you've got a 1-ton, and you'll notice they're throughout the house. They're not only AC, they're heat, but they're also dehumidifiers, which, living this close to the ocean, you need that for the constant maintenance of your home.
Now, something that you may be thinking about when you see this kitchen is, where is the refrigerator?
That's a great question. So we talked about the remodeling piece and how they really just wanted a stunning wraparound view. So what you'll find is you don't have a big tall fridge like you normally do, but what they've installed instead are these nice fridge doors. Fridge and freezer. These are very expensive, by the way.
Yeah.
They didn't cut any corners with this, but they all light up. You've got plenty of storage here for both items, and then you've got beverage and mini fridges with additional storage.
This is something that is so unique, because in all the houses that Joe and I have looked at, we have never seen these before in any of the homes. And that is such a great way to save space. And why did they choose not to have the refrigerator?
It's all about the view. They really wanted something that was accessible. Plus, less is more oftentimes. So when you have a lot of fridge over in certain areas, you won't use it. It'll go bad, it'll spoil. Here, you'll see exactly what's in there. You utilize what you have. But when you do need that extra space, they also have another fridge inside the garage where you can store all the other things.
That's great. So how does that impact the electric bill?
That's a great question. So you've got 16 solar panels that are here, which run all the time. They're partially on grid, so they're not completely off grid. There's no battery, but what that does is it gives you all the daylight savings, so you just use your credit back at night. Your processing monthly bill is going to be about maybe $8 a month, and that's what you'll pay on electric.
And that is so true, Ron, because I know Joe and I, we have solar panels in our apartment building in Lake Chapala, and our electric bill is only like a few dollars. I think it comes out to like $3 each apartment. So it's super cheap, super affordable, and Something that I really like, if we can just change gears here. By the way, I love the counter space in this kitchen. It's just wonderful. And I don't know if you showed this, but there's beautiful windows right here.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Showing this. I mean, imagine in the morning you're making breakfast and you get to see this. I mean, that's just amazing. I think. Like, now something I really like about this house, and I think it's really cool. So something that you guys should know about the Rosarito area, and I would say northern Baja at least, is that it can be a little bit chilly. And so in addition to having this mini split up here, you also have this. And Ron, what is this?
It's a wood burning stove, and you'll notice that kind of translates all through the rest of the home. But that's how.
Wow.
So having the iron open like this really just lets the heat come out and resonate to the rest of the home. So once you light this up, you got to be prepared to start warming up.
Nice. That's great. So relaxing to have this. You know, you could sit on this. Oh, and something I also wanted to mention talking about this is that everything you see in this house comes with the house. So the couches, the appliances, so you could sit here. There's the big TV that Ron was just showing us. And so you got the wood stove. It's a very it's just a really nice atmosphere here. You just feel just very open, you know, because this is like a single floor home. So sometimes single floor homes, you know, you can feel a little bit claustrophobic depending on the house, but this one has high ceilings. You don't feel like you're in a bubble, but it's just nice and open. So.
In addition to the vaulted ceilings, I think it's all these oceanfront windows that really just add in all the natural light, still give you privacy off from your neighbors, but even with, you've got about a 6-foot easement in between, so you've got plenty of space from your easement, but what you do see is nothing but ocean and green and that beautiful walkway that spans all the way across the front of the home. Let's take a look. You'll notice here that all of the bedrooms have an ocean view. So we'll start with the secondaries. And that may or may not be good for your guests because you want guests to visit. You don't necessarily want them to stay.
Right.
So if they get too comfortable, they might be staying a little bit longer. That is a problem we have here in Baja.
That happened to you?
It happens quite a bit,
Yeah.
I've had friends in high school when we moved down here first. I reached out and saying, "You're moving to Mexico. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you crazy?" Those are the same friends that they would come over every couple of years. They'll stay for 2, 3, 4 weeks at a time.
Wow.
Not wanting to head back home.
Yeah, that happens. It's just beautiful here. Something I wanted to point out about this room, and I think all the rooms have this, is that there's a fan as well as a mini split in each of the bedrooms, right?
That's
Ron?
right. Yeah, absolutely.
It's really great.
Yeah.
Not all homes have that.
You've got your visitor bath. It's a full bath. And this is also an ensuite to this guest bedroom.
Also, you have great closet space right here. It's really nice because it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's just out of the way, like tucked away, but a lot of space.
This is the other secondary bedroom. Nice king-size bed. You got plenty of space. And again, you've got another window there so you can hear the ocean roar and the ocean view.
Wow.
This is what you wake up to in the morning.
Wow. It's just so nice. I love the theme they have going on here with the fishes and the starfish and the palm tree. Look at the mirror. Palm trees.
This is one of the most unique homes we've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Even on television, like this is up there.
Yeah.
You know, the little features, those small features that make the whole picture come together.
It makes all the difference. I agree. And then there's your full ensuite bath for this bedroom.
Look at the shower curtain. Wow.
Beautiful, right?
Look at it. Even the toilet water's blue. I mean, we got the whole thing going on in here. It's nice.
Let's take a look at the at your garage, which I think is another good space. You've got a huge, spacious 2-car garage. There's a little bit of things that they store back here, but all those things can be moved outside. You've got another refrigerator. You've got a Traeger smoker grill. You've got this whole house water filtration system with a water softener, black UV lights, and look at the size of that pressure tank. If in case water does go out for any reason, they do maintenance on pipes, which they occasionally do, maybe 2 or 3 times a year here in Baja. You see the 2 different concrete slabs here. This is a whole house well. It's a cistern.
Yeah.
Basically, he dug this in so that they would never run out of water.
That's
so they'll
great.
always have that continuously.
I have a question about the water filter. Does that mean that they can drink the water from the sink?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Not only water from the sink, but you've got water coming from your fridge, and now your ice makers are also all filtered. So they've got reverse osmosis systems underneath there. So they thought about everything.
That's great. So no need to buy Gata phones.
No, not at all. You don't want to keep
No.
jugging those things down.
Who wants to do that?
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful.
Yeah.
This is great. Something also really nice here is not only is this garage spacious, but they also have this washer and dryer, and this is also coming with the house, right?
This comes with. It's a
Yeah.
really nice, spacious washer and dryer. You've got an outdoor sink there on that side. And if you notice, too, they've got another filtration system for your washer and dryer.
Wow.
Something that I love about this home is you can see that the owners really care, and that means you're buying a home that someone really cared about. So you're not going to buy something that didn't have thought put into it. There's a lot of love that goes into a place like this.
Yeah.
I agree. You couldn't have said it better. I've never met owners that have not gone more above and beyond than these homeowners.
I want to ask something. So, roughly, and how much would it cost to put in a water filtration system like this?
Something like that,
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't come lightly, but again, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
So they wanted something where they can utilize for a long time, and
Right.
and they also have constant maintenance. So
Wow.
the company still comes and does maintenance on these every few months.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah,
And that's included in the price?
that's included in the price. Yeah, because it's
Wonderful.
warranty.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
You've also got a nice little tinker room here. And again, another ice maker, because you can never have too much ice for margaritas.
Like you can do like some projects here.
Yeah, this is great.
It's a workshop, yeah.
Yeah.
I miss my shop. Yeah, this is excellent.
Wow.
This is fantastic.
Nice.
This house has everything.
Yeah,
It really does. I haven't shown you the best part yet.
Oh.
Oh man.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Let's
Woo!
Shall we?
wait.
Also really nice about this house is that the doors are so unique. Like each of the doors is so different. Like that door is different. I mean, these doors are similar, but the door when you come in,
Yeah, they're all custom made doors.
amazing.
Here you've got another pantry slash kind of a security room. And if you take a look up top here, you'll notice that there's windows, and that's because you've got an attic with crawl space that's roughly about 200 square feet. So it extends from over there all the way over to here. So
Wow.
if you're looking for extra storage,
Yeah.
this is definitely it.
Wow.
That is incredible.
It's great.
That's one of the reasons so many people want a 2-level home.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Excellent.
So let's take a look at your main bedroom. This is your main bathroom. So this
Yeah.
is your master shower.
Okay.
And if you could tell,
Wow.
there's 2 of us here.
Yeah.
But you definitely have enough room to where I would say easily fit another 4 or 5 people. I don't know if I want to be in here with 4 or 5 people, but there's
Yeah.
space
Yeah.
to go in and do that.
Wow. Tons of space. Even got a bench here. You can just sit down. You can just chill.
Yeah.
Wow.
Exactly.
Sit under
That's great.
hot, running, filtered water
Wow.
all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. With your
Wow.
rain shower.
Wow. This
That
is
is
really
great.
nice. Look at these sinks. Wow. So cool.
Yeah. You like those?
They're nice. Yeah. So smooth.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. Get this light off.
And then this is what you wake up to in the morning. And this is what it's all about.
Man. Oh man.
Wow.
That's what you're really
Wow.
buying when you buy this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy in the $1 million view, the house is just free.
Yeah, right?
Straight up.
Wow.
Look at that.
And so there's a door to come outside here. And that's because the homeowners like to enjoy the outdoors as well. Let me show you the best part now.
Okay. I love these stones on the side. So nice. This is really great.
Do you think this is the best part?
This is the best part.
Look at
this view. You got the hot tub. You got this beach view.
You've got the mountains behind you.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, all around.
Wow.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why you get a rooftop jacuzzi.
Yeah, this is great.
this is the life
Yeah,
that every New Yorker wants.
yeah,
Well, New York City resident wants but can't have.
Yeah.
But they're still paying for it.
yeah.
They're paying for something, and they're getting the quality of life in Mexico is just it's
Yeah.
unheard of.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
It's unheard of.
It's
Wow.
not apples to apples for
Right.
sure.
Yeah. This is great. Wow.
And then these are all your solar panels.
Yeah. Wow. It's great.
I love how they utilized the pitched roof
Yeah.
with the solar panels and then utilized a flat roof
Right.
for the jacuzzi.
Yep.
That was an excellent way to go about doing things.
Yeah.
A lot of the houses we've seen over in these areas, they have either a pitched roof or a flat roof.
Right.
This one has the best of both worlds, and they're using it in the best way possible.
And something really nice about this community is that in a lot of communities that you'll see, whether you're in the U.S. or sometimes even in Mexico, is that the houses all look the same, like the cookie cutter houses, but here they're all unique and different.
Absolutely. Each one has a different contractor, different architect, different engineer that built it, but they're all custom made to everybody's liking. And you'll notice that there's not any of the homes are also dilapidated, which you'll find oftentimes there'll be a really nice home and something that they're all very much taken care of. It's that owner pride, right? When
Yeah.
you come into the community, you want that pride of ownership.
Right.
You want your house to look nice.
Yeah.
You want it to feel nice, but most importantly, you want it to show excellent.
Wow, that's great. That's really great. Ron, how much for this beautiful home with this swimming pool and this view and everything?
Get this $1 million view,
Yeah.
that's what you pay for. The house is free. Value of this home is $879,000.
Okay.
That includes all your land. You own the land. It includes all the belongings inside. It includes all the home, everything that we've seen. It's sold as is. And if you're a foreigner, it'll also include your leeway into your bank trust, which is part of your closing costs.
Wonderful.
And just to put this into perspective for everybody out there, this view, this home, the pool, all these things, this comes with furniture. This comes with, as Ron mentioned, the bank trust and everything. You're getting, in New York, you're getting an attached house with barking dogs, no view. You got a factory on the corner. That's where we're coming from, New York City, and you're spending even more than this, what would be the price for this house to be in an area like that. So I just want to put it into perspective. Everybody's price point is different, but when you look at bang for buck, you're getting bang for buck regardless of what your price point is when you look at a place like this at a price like this.
That's one of the beauties of living in Baja. You could just stretch your dollar so much more, plus the proximity that you have going to and from the States. Unlike, I'm not partial, but unlike other places in Mexico, to where you have to fly and logistics can just be a nightmare from time to time. Living so close, so near shore, just gives you that ease. Plus, you just can't live anywhere else for this cheap.
No. And how far are we from the border?
Great question. So we're about a 45-minute drive straight back to the border.
That's great.
If you have a Century Pass, which I encourage a lot of people that in this area to do,
Okay.
that's a difference of crossing within 15 minutes versus waiting 3 hours at a normal lane where you have other people who don't have visas
Wow.
that are also getting to that cross point.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
This is a great location for people who want to work maybe in California, something like that, and then live here. Or even if you're like an older person maybe and you want to go use your Medicaid or something in the United States, you're right nearby. So for no matter what age group you're in, this is a great location, great home. Yeah.
You brought up a very good point. So people are spending an hour-long time in traffic commuting to work anyway, if they're
Right.
living in San Diego, if they're
Yeah.
living in LA. Now they just do it from living on the ocean
Yeah.
to work back in the States.
Wow, so much nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Ron, for showing us this beautiful property. Thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you.
You guys are always welcome. Thank you very much.
And don't
Thank you.
forget to like and subscribe to see more content like this.